Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching The Breakfast Show live on Nile TV International. It's now time for a second topic of discussion in today's episode of The Breakfast Show, and we're going to be shedding the light on the Egyptian-Tanzanian relations in light of the visit of the most recent visit of the Tanzanian Foreign Minister to Egypt and his meeting with the Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. And to shed more light on this topic, we're most delighted to be joined over the phone by Dr. Ibrahim El Ghazawi, expert of international relations. A very good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining us on The Breakfast Show.
Good morning to you and to all distinguished viewers.
Dr. Ibrahim, what is the importance of the Tanzanian foreign ministers to Egypt, in your opinion, and its impact on the Egyptian-African relations?
Well, Tanzania is one of 11 countries of the Nile Basin countries. It means that the relation between Egypt and Tanzania is naturally and historically shaped through a win-win equation of co-living together in this world, in this life. And Tanzania has always been maintaining cordial and close relations with Egypt. And we also should remember that diplomatic relations between Tanzania and Egypt started a couple of years ago. That was the 50th anniversary of the start of the diplomatic relations between the two countries. Politically, the late President Julius Nyerere and the late Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser was very close African leaders together, and they managed to make this sort of historical relations between the two big countries, and the relations which still continuing today and even getting deeper and expanding more and more with the African policy of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi since he took office in 2014, and he paid very much attention to African relations, and he resumed the Egyptian-African relations that were more or less cut off in 1990s. One of the priorities was Nile Basin countries, because naturally we are linked together. Tanzania has always been close to Egypt, supportive to Egyptian situation, to Egyptian stances over different causes of mutual interest, understood also and still expressing their understanding to Egypt worries and concerns over the Ethiopian dam. Not to mention that Egypt has always been maintaining very good relations, different, actually multifaceted relations with Tanzanian people and Tanzanian government. Today, a lot of projects, mega projects, some of them, mega projects are being underway and under construction in Tanzania. And on top of them, probably the largest dam in Tanzania and one of the largest in Africa, which is being constructed today by an Egyptian consortium of construction companies, and Egypt is supporting this widespread, I would say, development process in Tanzania. And they understand this very well, and they express in many occasions that their appreciation and their desire to even develop more and more the Tanzanian-Egyptian relations.
Dr. Ibrahim, also in light of what you have just said, in his meeting with the Tanzanian Foreign Minister, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has stressed keenness on enhancing bilateral ties between the two countries in various domains. How do you see this?
Well, we have to link this issue to actually two important visits to the two leaders of the two countries. The Egyptian leader Abdel Fattah el-Sisi visit to Tanzania in 2017, and the Tanzanian President Samia Hassan visit to Egypt in November 2021. That sort of high-level visit is a real expression of appreciation and also awareness of the significance of such relations of both countries to each other. We have to remember that Tanzania is a large country, is a big, whether in size and geography or also in the number of inhabitants or population. Tanzania is around 60 million inhabitants there, which is a big country. And also it is the 12th economy on the African continent countries. That means an open horizon of cooperation, especially when it comes to economic relations, based on this always sort of warm political closeness in terms of different viewpoints or on mutual cases of interest or causes of interest. That would give the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and President also Samia Hassan from the Tanzanian side always a wide range of potentials in terms of deepening these relations, and that's what they expressed indeed. And I think one of the very instinctive and very distinctive also relations through the African continent comes Tanzanian and Egypt relations, which also still, I have to say also openly that it still needs more and more sort of utilization to such good relations between the leaders of the two countries, which is really paving the road for much more cooperation, especially in the economic level, in the agricultural level, and in terms of opening markets, the Tanzanian markets to Egypt products, and they appreciate the Egyptian products indeed. And so we have to build on that. We have also to remember that the phases of cooperation between the two countries in the last years cover so many aspects of life in the Tanzanian side. We have to talk about training their to upgrade their capabilities, building capacity, education. To talk about trade, mutual trade, and economic projects and construction process that is taking place in Dar es Salaam. In recent years, Egypt played an instrumental role in encouraging the comprehensive development and sustainable development in Tanzania.
Yes. Also, Dr. Ibrahim, if you can also walk us through the main issues or topics that were tackled during...
Well, I'm sorry, I can't get you well. The voice is not clear. Hello?
Yes, can you hear me now, sir?
There is an echo in the voice, and I can't hear you. Hello?
Dr. Ghazawi, do you have my voice clear now?
Hello?
Yes, Dr. Ghazawi, do you have my voice?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Dr. Ghazawi, do you have
my
voice?
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking about also the main topics or the issues that were tackled during the bilateral meetings, if you can walk us through the most significant or the important topics that were tackled.
Well, I couldn't get you. Still, the voice is not clear. Hello? Hello? There is an echo on the sound. Hello?
Yes, Dr. Ibrahim?
Could you please say again? I couldn't get you well. There is an echo in the sound.
Yes, I was saying, Dr. Ibrahim, about the main topics that were tackled during the meeting. If you can walk us through the main topics that were tackled.
Well, if I could get you well, you talk about other issues that were raised during the meeting between the two foreign ministers of the two countries. Is that so? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I think one of the most important issues also was raised, covered the Egypt strong and strenuous preparations to host the Sharm el-Sheikh conference on climate change in coming November, and also appreciation of the Tanzanian support of Egypt steps in that project and in that effort, and also expression also of Egypt eagerness to invite Tanzanian leadership to come and to participate, and because this is actually is not just an Egyptian concern, it is Tanzanian concern, and it is also an African concern. So I think this is also one of the issues that were discussed between the two prime ministers in this recent meeting.
Yes, indeed, Dr. Ibrahim Ghazawi, expert of international relations. We really appreciate your insight, and thank you so much for being with us on the Breakfast Show. And dear viewers, by this, we wrap up today's episode of the Breakfast Show. You're in the company of myself, Karim Gamaluddin, and my colleague Dina Hussein. Until we meet again, this is goodbye.